Today on the podcast, we'll tell you about one important consideration when choosing the right car seat for your twins, triplets, and more.
You're listening to the Life with Multiples podcast, the show for new and expectant parents of twins, triplets, and more.
We're Chris and Kathleen, your hosts and triplet parents. We've survived life with multiples, and you will too.
When choosing the best car seat for your twins, triplets, or more, there are many things to consider. Of course, there's cost, and how the car seats will incorporate into a larger travel system of a twin or triplet stroller. And you'll also want to make sure that the seats fit safely and comfortably in your car, especially when you're dealing with 3 or more seats. But there is one important consideration for parents of multiples that is often overlooked, and that is weight accommodation. Most infant car seats will only accommodate babies as low as 5 pounds. However, with the higher chance of prematurity and low birth weight with multiples, consider looking for seats that will safely carry infants as low as 4 pounds. Weight is an important consideration. We know a couple whose twin girls were ready to leave the NICU, but when it came time to leave, their twin bucket seats started at 5 pounds, and the straps didn't adjust to fit them properly, so the dad had to make an emergency run to the store and buy a brand new pair of car seats, ones that accommodated smaller and lower birth weight babies. No fun at all. So it's important to note that different car seats have different weight limits. Surprisingly, we found that many of the car seats that can accommodate babies on the lower end also went higher on the high end. For example, our Peg Perego car seats range from 4 to 35 pounds, in contrast to others that only start at 5 pounds and then stopped at 22 pounds.
Now, we talked about your babies being discharged from the hospital and the nurses taking a look at your car seats. So another thing we should tell you about is something called the car seat challenge. If your twins are preemies or low birth weight, they may have to pass a car seat test or car seat challenge before they can be released from the hospital. So what is a car seat challenge? Basically, the nurses will place your babies in their infant car seats and monitor them for a set amount of time. The American Academy of Pediatrics, for example, recommends this sort of test for all babies born before 37 weeks gestation. This is because preemies can have weaker airways at first and, without getting too technical, may have a greater risk of things like oxygen desaturation, apnea, and bradycardia than full-term babies. So the semi-reclined car seat position can potentially be dangerous if your baby is not physically ready to sit in a car seat for that long. So this car seat challenge is to ensure that the babies are strong enough to make a safe trip home and to ensure that they can fit properly into their car seats. And because twins and higher order multiples are at a greater risk of being born prematurely, this is something that should definitely be on your radar. So to recap the 2 major points from this episode, consider weight accommodation when choosing car seats for your multiples, and be prepared to have your car seats ready for when the babies will be discharged from hospital, because they may be required to pass a car seat challenge. We hope this sheds some light on one of the most important factors when choosing infant car seats for your twins or higher order multiples. There's a lot to consider as you prepare for the arrival of your twins or more. So we recommend you download our free guide called 6 Things All Parents of Multiples Should Do Before Their Babies Arrive. In it, we have a section about choosing the right car seats, but we also go into 5 other important things you need to do before your babies arrive. You can access that free guide by heading over to our site, lifewithmultiples.com/6things. That's the number 6 and the word things. Once again, that's at lifewithmultiples.com/6things. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. We hope it's helpful to you, and we'll catch you next time.